Coming up next.
What better way to start? Savor them while you can, football fans. Just 2 weeks left in our regular season as we get underway in Week 17. And they've got a long field ahead, Brock. Got to him early on the return and laid a big hit on him. So here come the Eagles for their opening drive. They're led out by an incredible score through the air and on the ground. He was picked 53rd back in 2020. It's Jalen Hurts.
That's a loss last week, Kate, that he wears. He's worn it all week long, and I know he isn't the only guy out there. There's 11 on the side on every play. A couple of interceptions. He's going to hold himself accountable. A lot of work's gone into making sure this week's game is an improvement on that.
Right to the air, it's Hurts. That's Connie, it's Saquon Barkley. And he'll get it up to the 27.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. From the pistol, Hurts. That's caught by A.J. Brown. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They get 37 on the play. And that's good for an Eagles first down. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Hauled in by Gunner, left side. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. In the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. They get 6 and a first down as well. Motion man left is Brown. 1st and 10. Here's Hurts. He's on the move. He can run it. And he scores. It's a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles drive 80-plus yards and take a 6-0 lead. Jalen Hurts with a touchdown. That one right down the middle. And the Eagles will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Return coming from the 6. They'll bring him down on the return as he gets this to the 33. Well, we see the medical staff headed out there now. We're going to get a timeout as they handle an injured player. Not what you want to see so close to the end of the season. Ball at the 33 for first down.
Here we go, set.
Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he works his way for a gain of 4.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
They've got a man in motion. 2nd and 6 now. Hits his running back. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on a defense.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. Brought down by Jalen Carter. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9. Back now, pressure on its way. Escapes the pocket. Ooh, look at this. Here he goes. And as this play winds up out of bounds, let's see what that flag is all about.
Holding. Offense.
So the refs get him for holding, and that's going to back this offense up.
Still second down.
Offense to the line for second down. Running it after the penalty. And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains.
Even though that run did not net them a first down, I can promise you this, Kate. I promise you. I know how it works. They're going to circle that one. They're going to remember that one. And when they need some key yards on the ground, they'll come back to that call later.
A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. From midfield now. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up. It'll be a punt coming up for the Desperados. And this will put an end to the drive after it's stalled out. And he's got this fair catch right along the 12-yard line. The Eagles and quarterback Jalen Hurts ready to go once more on offense. And it's been impossible to contain this guy as both a passer and a runner all season. Late in the year, look, he's the leader among quarterbacks in rushing yards. This finds Smith. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one.
I feel so bad. I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you, and there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down. Down inside the 40 now with a first down following that last play. Shotgun snap for Hurts. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
They run it with Saquon Barkley. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next 3rd down coming.
And he'll get down to the 21-yard line before he stopped. And now we'll get a pause here. Trainers headed out to take a look at an injured player. Let's hope it isn't anything that's going to keep him from finishing this season strong. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. From the 21. Taken in by Smith. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Now movement as somebody goes early. And for the first time today, we're going to hear from our officials.
Ball start. Offense.
One of the most common penalties in the sport. And the reaction, it's the same every time, Brock. Frustration from the coach as they get backed up 5 yards. They're set back 5 by that false start. Now 15 yards to the marker. They get to him and bring him down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a 1-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth, but a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
What a hit, and the ball's loose. And no turnover, it's going to stay with the offense. Almost the impact play this defense was searching for, but they could only get half the job done, partner. Fumble forced, but they couldn't recover.
I'll tell you what else it forces, though. That coordinator, that play caller on the other side, now got a little bit of doubt about his ball handlers. Got to have better ball security than that.
When the rush is too much, he's taken down. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that will add to their score. Elliott's all set for the kickoff.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Here's the lone back on the handoff. It's on the turf, the ball's out, he lost it. And it's a turnover, the defense has it. Well, that didn't take long, Brock. One play, and they're back out. So just like all touch.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So the review saves them a turnover. He was, in fact, already down when the ball came free. Now the first carry of the game for Ramondre Stevenson. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No 3rd down required now.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Stevenson with another carry. And he's able to get this down to the 36. So before they can set up for another play, we've hit the end of the... Welcome back. We're all set to start the second. Offense already out to resume its drive. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Off the play fake, he'll throw. He rolls to his right. That one falls to the turf, couldn't hang on. It's incomplete.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
2nd and 10 now. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete. This one intended for the running back. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. They send the tight end in motion. Here he is on 3rd and long. Legette's got it. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down. Throwing off the play fake here. Throw is there for Jatavion Sanders. And he's out of bounds inside the red zone, just short of the 15.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
That one goes for 15, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the 1st down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. After the loss, it's 2nd and goal from the 5.
At the 5-yard line.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. And what a risk, but he can't hang on. No interception, but nearly a turnover in the end zone.
That was it. That was their chance to escape this series. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points, and that was their ticket off the field. Unfortunately, he just couldn't.
And he's in. Touchdown! The Desperados start to fight back with their first points of this game. Patterson able to connect on the point after. And the Desperados cut it to a field goal game. Volley set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Philadelphia getting ready to go on offense. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game, right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
On second down, here's Barkley. Call it 4 yards, and they're set up with a manageable 3rd and 2.
You know, that's a good run right there. Keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops. He only finds a window for 2, but that's still enough for a first down. More slated downs to approach here from the 40. First down throwing for Hurts. He completes it in traffic. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped at his own side at the 49.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
Option play. They give it to Barkley. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
First down, and they go right back to him. And they'll hold him up after a short carry to the 44. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
And they bring him down around the 34. That's a pickup of 9. And that's a Philadelphia first down. Hurts now from the gun. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. It's a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles make it a 9-point advantage. A.J. Brown, the touchdown. That one splits the uprights. And the Eagles make it a 10-point ball game. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Return starts at the 3. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Desperados headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And he already has a passing touchdown in this game. As you can see, that's what he's done with regularity all year, sitting among the NFL leaders in that category. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. A tight end in motion now. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. That's going to be caught by Washington. And he'll be brought down a step or 2 shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Blown back, gets the handoff. He's only going to manage to get back to the line. Brought down by Jalen Carter. Nothing for them on 2nd down, and now it's 3rd and 1.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Back to the well again. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. A gain of a lone yard, but Brock, that's all they needed. First down. They bring a tight end in motion right. They give it to him again. And he's bottled up at the line on the final play before the 2-minute warning. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here.
Here we go.
They're throwing it. Dumped off to his running back.
We've heard it said, and I believe it to my core, football is the ultimate team sport. And a well-run screen like that is the ultimate team play because it takes all 11 doing their job.
Here's the give on 3rd and short. And again, they stall him out at the line. He couldn't get it.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1.
Go.
Throwing now off play action. He connects downfield on 4. What a play on 4th down. They get the first after a gain of 27. Working inside the red zone. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down.
Let's go. Ready.
Back to throw. Forced out to his right. Now here he goes. And they take this in for the score. The Desperados making a one-score game before halftime. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist, and you got to be an artist that can create when things break down, and that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
Offense liked how that play went, so they choose to decline the penalty.
That penalty is declined.
Volley set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Kickoff taken at the 3. And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Good.
Now they'll throw out of the gun. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he's officially into enemy territory now. Opposing 49. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. On 1st down, Hurts. This one finds Goddard. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. The defense calls a timeout, so that's their first. From the 44 here on 2nd down. That's into the hands of Barkley. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. Hurts throwing again. Goddard makes the catch. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Philadelphia going to spend its 2nd timeout. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. And for the first time, one of his throws doesn't find a home. It's incomplete, but boy, what a streak he had to begin this game. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Hurts. He's on the move. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down. Just before halftime, we get a timeout ticket. Just before halftime, we get a timeout ticket. So on 4th down, on comes the Eagles kicker, Jake Elliott, for the try. From the left hash, 54 yards out. Distance is good, but not the accuracy. He just missed it left. So as we reach halftime, we see the visiting Eagles taking a lead into the break. Now it's time we checked in around the league. Here's Jonathan Coachman with the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, we'll get back to you and Brock in a bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll start over at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa. And apparently halftime couldn't come soon enough, as this is an 18-point game at the break. Josh Downs, well over 100 yards with 2 touchdown catches to boot. Next, we head up to the Windy City. Check on the Bears at home, Soldier Field. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Lions. Caleb Williams with 2 touchdown passes there. Finally, we're off to Atlanta. Check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And they were winners in that ball game as they beat the visiting Washington Commanders. Wan'Dale Robinson, a touchdown catch in the victory. This one's been as good as advertised. Just a field goal separating these two teams. This is a very level first half, and I'd expect to see more of the same after the break. These two teams making their final adjustments for the second half ahead. It's time to get back at it. For the call, let's rejoin Kate Scott and Brock Hewer.
Thanks so much for the look around the league, Coach. But now it's time to turn our attention back to this one as we begin the third quarter. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Return starts at the 3. The return manages to get just beyond the 30. The Desperados back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. Now, we always hear running backs say one fumble is too many for a game. Well, he's lost one now. The low point in a game that's had a lot of struggles for him on the ground.
Well, that's exactly the way you want to come out of the locker room to begin the second half. And really, Kate, this third phase of the game, the special teams, you just see the boost and the energy they can give to their team when they deliver a nice return to start this second half.
That throw behind his intended target. Looking for the back that time. So it's second down coming up. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. There's 5 on that play. They need 5 more now on third down.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Short pass brought in. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door. Bigger gap in the future.
And he reaches midfield and starts driving into Eagles territory. It's a 4-yard pickup, and they need the same now here on third down. Trying to throw here out of the gun. He has the first over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes. No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Motion man sent left. Here he is to throw on second down. Gets it to him on the screen. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. They gain 14 on the play. And they'll have first down. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Here's second and 11. Finds his man over the middle. And he gets this forward to the 19.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space.
And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Eagles, they're going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception. They're out and set, first and 10. Shotgun snap for Hurts. Caught by Dotson on the slant. Has some daylight through the 40. Keeps himself upright. Jahan Dotson. He does it. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles push their lead further to start the half. Elliott on now to attempt the point after. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Eagles make it a 10-point ball game. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Has this at the 6. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Drive starts out with a first and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. He touched him down, but a great pickup, and it's good for a first.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you planned for, and you go out and execute.
To the air now on first and 10. And he got it. And they're going to hold him down just shy of the 40. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
That's another Boston first down. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Here's a give up the middle. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
They'll come up first and 10. The give inside to Stevenson. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. Setting up a throw. Chased out to his right. Now he takes it. And he carries it in for the touchdown. The Desperados shrinking the lead some in the third. Well, Brock, it looked like it took the full defense a while to recognize that he was actually running with it. I think it limited their ability to stop what turned into a pretty impressive touchdown.
I think you're exactly right on this one, Kate. Not too many scrambles go this far for a touchdown, and you got to give some credit to the guys around him. None of those receivers, tight ends, well, they just sold it. They didn't look back at him, had they? I think the defense is able to react and stop that touchdown. Instead, that's 6 big points on the board.
The Eagles ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And you know this firsthand, partner. You get above that 300 mark, you and your offense are going to have plenty of highlights to choose from by this point in the game. First and 10 now from the 30. Running left, this is Barkley. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
That's knocked away by a defender, incomplete. He was looking for A.J. Brown there. And that brings up 3rd down. Throwing here, Hurts. Escapes the pocket. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. Here's Jake Camarda to send it skyward on 4th down. And this will be his first effort of the contest. They needed 3 punts out of him in last week's loss as he sends this away. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. The Desperados returning their offense and this running back to the field. All their scoring has kept them close, but they still find themselves trailing by just a little in this 3rd quarter. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Well, this certainly has been a memorable contest for him. His coaches, man, they're going to take this kind of output every single game.
This goes a little beyond the expectations they have for him, maybe even for himself. What impresses me so much, Kate, the guy just doesn't tire. Getting stronger, literally, as this game's going on.
Here's 2nd and 2. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete. Xavier Legette, the target on that throw. But still plenty of options left on 3rd and short. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
You love a huddle? Kate, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there that he's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
He cuts it back right. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
That's pretty good right there now. You don't always expect a sizable gain when you run it on 1st down. You just want some yards to set up an easier 2nd down play. But they will take that execution every time.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. Play action on 1st down. That's complete to Legette. A touchdown aside in that frame as we run out of time in the 3rd quarter. All right, set now, 1st and 10.
Come on, set. Go street.
Motioning one of the tight ends. On 1st down, they'll run. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. And this This is now a 100-yard game for him after that last carry. Man, what a strong day he's had running it for this offense. Got that chip shot in their back pocket to tie it. A chance at the lead here first, though. First and goal. Back-to-back carries here. Has them the touchdown. The Desperados take a fourth-quarter lead. Now a try to go up by 4, put it out of the range of a field goal. And after they reach the end zone, they'll kick it off and turn things over to the defense. And he's going to field this in the end zone without a return, so they'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. And this is a good representation right here of what the playoffs will look like come the postseason in 2 weeks. Still a few things to finalize, though, which makes this week and those divisional games next week incredibly important. First down throwing for Hurts. That pass complete to Goddard. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory.
63.
First and 10. Here's Hurts. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Hurts now from the gun. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Hurts to throw. And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice game.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
A lot of pressure on this kick for Jake Elliott. This from the right hash and a considerable distance. Got all of it, and this is good. And they cut it down to within a field goal.
I don't think I'm alone. I don't think I'm the only one thinking about that earlier missed kick as that one sailed through the uprights. Now it's incumbent upon this team to find yet another way to score.
They'll have decent field position to begin with here, Brock. He's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. The home teams and this running back headed back out for a new series. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. They've got first down from the 31. Throwing it to start this drive. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the gun, they're going to hand it off. Inside the 30. And he runs this one in for the touchdown. The Desperados grow the lead to 7. Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those, and you appreciate guys that can get on base. But it's the home run hitters that are the difference makers, and what a big-time effort.
That one right down the middle. And the Desperados grow their lead to 8. They put a touchdown on the board, and now they'll send it away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Now the Eagle offense headed back out to the field. They have a chance to tie this game back up, but they got to get this to the end zone first on a touchdown, and then again on a two-point try. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down. Barkley on the shotgun handoff. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
You know, the elite running backs in this league, they don't just see what's right in front of them. You set up big runs like this because they see what's behind them. That's called extraordinary vision and extra yards.
On first down, Hurts. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
On second down, here's Barkley. And he's able to push forward and get them to the 34. There's 5 on that play. They need 5 more now on third down. Here's Hurts. That's caught for the first. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains. They'll come up first and 10. Toss play to Barkley. And he got what he could there, only to the 14. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be second and 9. To the ground with Barkley. And he's brought down for a loss.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all said the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
Has it down close. And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stopped at the 2. They need the end zone here. They've got 4 chances at it. This is first and goal. Out of the gun, it gives to Shipley. Has the Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles down by only 2 in the 4th. It's a Will Shipley touchdown. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
He's throwing for it. And they draw just the right throw, and it ties this game for them. But we all knew extra point was doing nobody any good there. Got to go for 2 in the tie. They do. They get it. And just like that, we're all squared up here in the second half.
Squared up, brand new ball game, even Steven. Who is Steven? Do you know who Steven is?
That's a good question. No, go ahead. Go ahead, though. Take it.
I don't know who Steven is, and I don't...
They'll get this drive started. First and 10. Blown back, gets the handoff. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
From the 25 on second down. This is reeled in by Leggett. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that'll give them a first down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Crosses midfield, still going. ground game works for the touchdown. The Desperados take a fourth-quarter lead. Wow, great stuff there, Brock. He busted that one open, got downhill, and got in for 6. Huge run there.
Yeah, and this is how you break a game open. He found that lane, and he was gone. What a tremendous effort in the blocking scheme there to just spring him enough so he could take it to the house.
That one splits the uprights. And the Desperados break that tie and now lead by 7. Following the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition has in store. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles about set to go on offense. Still time to go, Brock, but that touchdown has them down now 7. They've got to find the end zone here. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. So this one on the defense.
Pass interference. Defense.
And it's as we expected, partner. We call pass interference, so put it at the spot and give them that first down. They're set up at the 35 now. Motion man left is Brown. Back to throw, Hurts. Bails out of the pocket quick. He's running with it. He doesn't slide down and he pays for it. A big shot sends him to the ground.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
Barkley trying this up the gut. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Hey, range is not an optional feature for middle linebackers in today's game. It's a prerequisite for the job. And this guy definitely has it. Followed that play from the start, and he ended it with a loss.
He'll throw it. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down. We're down to the 2-minute warning here in Austin. Eagles down by 7. They still need 10, but the offense getting set on 4th down. Back to throw it. And that one's going to be knocked away, and that's going to force a change in possession. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
The quarterback gets so focused on coverage down the field, you lose sight of those linemen right in front of you. On that occasion, he throws it right to the D lineman. Easy to get the paw up and swat away a potential first down.
Let's go now.
1st and 10. Here's Stevenson. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. Now we get another stoppage here. Just 1:52 remaining. The defense burns a timeout. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Stevenson with another carry. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. Philadelphia going to spend its 2nd timeout. And they'll have just one left to burn now. Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10.
Here we go, Shaq. Go.
Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he's going to run this one well into the red zone to the 14. The Eagles decide to spend their 3rd and final timeout as they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down. They're running the option, short side. And he drives this down to the 8 before going out. Now after that play, we have somebody banged up down there. Injuries never a welcome sight so close to the end of the season. They're out to attend to him. They'll try and punch it in. Has the touchdown. The Desperados go up by 2 scores. Far from the first time we've broken down one of his touchdowns in this game, partner, but man, they seem to get more impressive every time.
And I don't care, Kate, if they're all 1-yard plungers, if you're up over 300 yards. A 4-touchdown game will forever live among your greatest career highlights. You can go several games without even scoring one. So to get 4 in one contest, you'll never, ever forget it.
Return coming from the 6. The Eagles ready to set up shop on offense. And the last time we saw them, Brock, they took a risk, went for it on their own half of the field, but it didn't work out. Now Hurts. Look, pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Eagles hustling everyone back to the line. After the sack, another pass on 2nd down. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
You know, Kate, that was one of those situations where you hear a quarterback having a clock, right? You know, and he had enough time in the pocket, but then it was like, okay, time is running out, and I got to do something. He did not force a throw and risk a pick. Instead, he just got rid of it and cut his losses.
Completed over the middle. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. Eagles hustling everyone back to the line. He finds him beyond the marker. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Hurts throwing again. He's on the move. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. So something to be proud of, Brock, as they come away with the win. And they continue playing their best ball of the season over this recent stretch as they pick up a 6th consecutive victory.